Look, Betty, we've spoken about this before. I am not going to buy another word processor.
Why not?
Well, you remember what happened to the last one?
Yeah, but that was ages ago. I didn't know how to use it properly then.
Yes, you're right. You're the only person I know that uses a word processor like a food processor.
What do you mean?
Well, it doesn't matter what you put in it. It always comes out mush.
Oh, but I was only learning.
Yeah, you're right there. Every time you made a mistake, you put whiteout all over the screen.
Yeah, but my typing has really improved since then.
Oh, don't make me laugh. You type like Cliff Young runs.
What, with gumboots on my feet?
No, with gumboots on your hands.
Oh, but we need a word processor.
Betty, I can't afford a word processor. Anyway, one example of artificial intelligence in this office is quite enough.
Dad, have you seen my HSC results?
Have you excavated your room?
Oh, I looked everywhere. I can't find them.
Don't worry, Simon, I'll file them away.
Well, that's it. They're lost forever.
Well, I've already looked in there.
You what?
Well, I went through the cabinet this morning.
Mr. Kelly, I must protest.
At what?
Your son defiling my filing.
Look, Betty, I'm sorry, but I really need those results. Like, I looked under S for Simon, H for HSC.
F for fluke?
Dad?
Yeah, I only had to ask Simon. They're where they ought to be.
And where's that?
Under X, of course.
X?
For exam.
What do you need them for anyway, Simon?
University. I'm going out to enroll for engineering today.
But that course doesn't start for months.
Well, the applications have to be in by the end of the week, and I figured I'd get in early.
Well, Simon, I'm glad to see you're planning ahead. I don't suppose you could plan one for Betty while you're about it?
Mr. Kelly, why are you so mean to me this morning?
I don't know, Betty. Maybe it's because I'm just in a good mood. Now, you got everything?
Let's see. I've got my results, references, notepad. Oh, I need my birth certificate.
That's okay. I filed that one myself.
Where? Under M for miracle?
No, under T for tax deduction.
Oh, what are you all dressed up for?
What do you mean?
Oh, suit, tie, clean shoes. You look like a real wally, son.
Happens to be enrollment time at uni, Deb.
Well, you're not going dressed like that, are you?
Why not?
You look like an escaped Mormon. I think you've come to fix the photocopier.
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, at least consider Dad's reputation.
What are you talking about?
Well, everyone's going to think we're flat broke.
But this is a $300 suit.
Exactly. The poorer people are, the more they dress up to impress people. You see, the richer you are, the more you dress down, so the scruffier you are, the more successful you look.
Oh, how would you know?
I do happen to be a tertiary student myself, Simon.
Oh, yeah, well, art school's hardly university, Deb.
Ooh, we do know a lot, don't we?
Yeah, we budding engineers have better things to do than sit round all day and play with plasticine and finger paints.
Oh, of course you do, Simon. You're too busy trying to work out what to do with your Lego set and your Tonka trucks.
Oh, hi, Jen.
It's not fair.
Oh, gee. Hi, Dad. Did you have a good day? Yeah. How about you?
Why does it always happen to me?
Jenny, you keep stamping your foot like that, they're going to name a dance after you. The Lowdown Hoedown.
Dad, am I allowed to swear?
Only if you know what it means.
Rats!
Oh, that's a relief. Now, am I allowed to ask why you want to swear?
It's Kylie,
Kylie? Who Kylie?
my best friend. That is my ex-best friend.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of her. How long has she been your best friend?
Oh, ages. Since last Tuesday. But she's not anymore.
Ah, had a bit of a falling out, eh?
Well, it's not fair, Dad. You know how I'm running for school captain.
Yeah.
Well, now Kylie's running too.
Well, Jenny, that's her democratic right.
I don't care. She's only standing because I am. She just wants to annoy me.
Oh, I see. And why are you running?
Because Rachel's running and I want to annoy her.
Rachel?
You know, my last best friend. She wants to annoy Janine.
Ah, well, I'm glad you're all doing it for the right motives. Look, Jenny, you've got to understand that just being nominated for school captain is a great honour.
Yeah.
It's a position of responsibility and authority.
I know.
Jenny, it commands a great deal of respect. I hope you realise what having that sort of power means.
I do, Dad.
Well, I'm glad.
Means you can push in at the tuck shop whenever you like.
Oh, look, it's our brand new engineering student. How'd it go, Simon?
Don't ask, Dad.
Why? Didn't they like the suit?
Shut up, Deb.
Oh, I think Simon's suit looks very smart.
Dad, it's dangerous when your clothes look more intelligent than you do.
I wasn't the only person wearing one.
No?
Oh, there were lots of us. all wandering around looking confused, going, where am I?
Oh, well, at least you're enrolled now, Simon.
No, I'm not. I'm not even close.
What? They didn't reject you, did they?
Well, how could they? They didn't even get to see me.
What do you mean?
Well, it took me 2 hours to find the engineering building, and then I had to wait for them to come back from lunch. And when they did, they said I was in the wrong place.
But engineering's what you want to study.
I know, but apparently I have to fill out all these forms at the admission block first.
Well, didn't you do that?
I would have if I could have found the place. I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow and start all over again.
Well, couldn't you find anything?
Just the canteen, and even that wasn't much fun.
Why not?
Well, look at me, Dad. Everyone thought I was the AMP man.
Simon, what gave you that impression?
Well, all these people kept on coming up to me and asking me about insurance.
Not a word.
More difficult than I thought it would be.
Oh, well, Simon, well, that just goes to prove what they always say,
What's that?
that it's really hard to get into university.
Nudge,
Yes, Mr. Kelly?
go out and play on the road.
No, Dad, Nudge is right. I'm beginning to think it's going to be a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Oh, Simon.
No, Dad, it's not just a matter of having good exam results. You need other things to get into that place.
What, like ambition and perseverance?
No, like a compass and a map.
Oh, g'day, Jenny. Is Simon around?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, you're not still upset about the school elections, are you?
Yeah, I just don't know what to do, Nudge.
Oh, well, maybe I can help. I mean, did you know I have a reputation as something of a political animal?
Yeah. Well, the animal part anyway.
Did you know I helped Simon's campaign for school captain?
Really?
Yeah, Iron Bar Narutis, they used to call me. I was head of his nasty tricks department when he ran against Brian Metcalf.
Who was he?
Well, he was the most popular guy in high school. He was a captain of football and cricket teams. We figured we had to do something about his reputation.
Yeah, so what did you do?
Well, to start with, we put a sequin jock strap and a bottle of perfume in his sports locker. That really got people talking.
Great!
Yeah, and then we started spreading rumours about what Brian and Joanne Smart got up to behind the chain sheds after school.
You mean stuff that wasn't true?
No, stuff that was true. See, she was supposed to be going out with Gorilla Johnson at the time. Oh, caused the real stink.
I bet it did.
Yeah, and then we brought out our secret weapon. Peter Matthews. He was our biggest vote winner.
Why did everyone like him?
No, everyone hated him. His nickname was Super Dork.
How did he get you all the votes?
Easy. We just paid him $5 to tell everyone he was Brian's best mate. We won in a landslide.
So whatever happened to Superdog?
Oh, last I heard he was running for president of the Young Liberals.
So what should I do, Nudge?
Well, just remember the first thing you learn when you become a politician.
What's that?
If you want to move a mountain, you got to throw a little dirt.
Hi, Nudge.
Oh, g'day, Simon. Hey, are we all ready to go to uni?
We?
Yeah, I think I've got the answer to your problem.
What's that?
A big ball of string.
String?
Yeah. See, I figure we tie one end to the front gate of the university and hang on to the other.
That's not going to help me find the office.
Oh, no, but at least we'll be able to find our way back out again.
That's very clever, Nudge.
Yeah, it's an old jungle trick I learned from reading a Phantom comic. You see, whenever the ghost who walks enters some unknown cave, he always takes a big ball of string with him.
Oh, is that so he doesn't get lost?
And so he knows it's safe.
Well, how does that work?
Well, you see, he hangs on to one end and ties the other end to one of his pygmy mates. Then he sends the little fella in first, and if nothing eats him, he knows it's safe to follow.
Well, at least that explains one thing about the Phantom.
Oh, what's that?
Well, how he survived for 400 years. That's it, Dad. I've finished with university.
Well, that was quick. When do you graduate?
No, I'm really sick of being mucked around.
Okay, what happened this time?
Well, after I eventually found the admissions office, they tell me that I have to go back to engineering to get a list of all the subjects I'm going to do. I go back. I get all the stuff. Then I go back to admissions, fill out all the forms. And then they tell me that because I've deferred for a year, I have to make an appointment to see one of the lecturers at engineering.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
I know, but he wasn't there. So tomorrow I have to go back and see him to see if I can see him to make an appointment to see him. Application's closed tomorrow, Dad. It's really hopeless.
Look, Simon, all you've got to do is hang in there and try not to let it upset you so much.
So, if you think he's upset now, you should have seen him this afternoon. He was so angry his tongue went all blue. Yeah, he bit his biro in half.
He's a exaggerating, Dad.
No, I'm not, and his eyes were all bulging out.
They were nice.
His face was all red,
Nudge, shut up.
just like it is now.
Nudge.
And he had all bits of spit in the corner of his mouth. I thought he was going to hit someone.
I am.
All right, come on, break it up, you two. Now, look, if you're going to kill him, take him outside and do it.
Yeah, leave me alone, Simon. You're just upset because of that woman.
What woman?
The one he tried to chat up in the canteen.
Nudge, don't.
No, do nudge. What happened?
Well, she looked really nice, and you know how smooth Simon is.
Oh, yeah, smooth as a tomcat's tongue.
Yeah, well, anyway, Simon starts with how he's an engineer and how she looks like Elle Macpherson and how nice her legs are. You know, all the stuff girls fall for. Oh, he really laid it on thick.
If a girl fell for that, she'd be thick.
Yeah, big mistake. She was a member of Rifle.
Rifle?
Stands for really indignant feminists who loathe engineers.
Yeah, oh, it was really embarrassing. She stood there and abused him in front of everyone.
Well, Simon, you really shot yourself in the foot with that rifle.
Don't worry, Dad. I found an organisation that's more my style. It's a group of engineering students called Guns.
Guns?
Yeah. Guys unashamedly nuts about the Swanettes.
Betty, have you finished that letter to Mr. Powell yet?
What letter, Mr. Kelly?
The letter you're typing. I want you to read it back. I want to check something.
Are you sure, Mr. Kelly? I mean, it is a personal letter.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not polite to read other people's mail.
Betty, I wrote it. If I can't read what I've written, how will I know what I've said?
Well, why don't you wait until he gets the letter and then ring him up and ask him?
Betty, read.
Well, regarding our discussion of the other day, unless you are prepared to reconsider your position on the matter, I will be forced to have my staff tear your legs off and use your intestines.
What? Just a minute, just a minute. What is this tear your legs off business? I didn't ask you to type that.
I know, you just asked me to read out what I was typing.
Well, what are you typing? A Christmas card from Jack the Ripper?
Not exactly, it's...
Oh, let me have a look at that. Oh, I don't believe this. Use your intestines as leg warmers? Betty, you better have a very good explanation for this.
Hey, Ben, is my letter ready yet?
Oh, Jenny, I don't think it's right.
Your letter?
Yeah.
Your rip your legs off and use your intestines as leg warmers letter?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? That bit was Katie's idea.
Katie? Oh, this little munchkin here. Hello, Katie. How are you?
She doesn't talk much, Dad.
Oh, I never would have guessed. So, what does she do?
She's my running mate for school captain.
I see. Now, what are you two going to do with this misguided missive?
Well, we were going to give it out to all the kids who weren't going to vote for me. Sort of a business letter.
A business letter?
Yeah, to let them know I mean business.
Jenny, you can't threaten people into voting for you.
I wasn't. I was going to get Katie to do it for me.
Oh, don't be silly. Who'd be frightened by a Cabbage Patch doll?
Dad, she's a great little kicker. She's known as the Iron Maiden.
Why? Because she doesn't have a sense of humour?
No, because she's got steel toe caps and a bar of ponytails.
Look, Jenny, this is getting out of hand. If you're going to stand for this election, you'll do it honestly and properly and nicely. No, that's final. No threats, no letters, no Iron Maiden.
But Dad, that's what Katie does best.
Oh, look, Katie, come here. Look, I'm sure you'll understand. In elections like this, you can't threaten people or frighten them into voting for you. People vote for you because they like you and because they respect your opinions. And anyway, all this talk about threats and violence and Iron Maidens and steel toe caps isn't nice, is it? You want to grow up to be a nice little lady, don't you? Yes, of course you do.
Well, how do I look?
Disgusting.
Perfect.
All right, perfectly disgusting. You mean you're happy to look like Trent Nathan's worst nightmare?
Dad, it was my idea.
What, to embarrass your brother in public?
No, so they'll take me seriously.
Ooh, Social Security.
No, the university. I told him that if he expects to be treated like a student, he's going to have to dress like one.
Yeah, well, back in the 60s when I was at uni, we were very particular about what we wore.
What, a suit and tie?
No, skivvy and flares.
Skippy and flares?
I'll have you know I was very stylish.
Dad, no one's ever stylish in flares.
Oh, that's what everyone was wearing then.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Well, this is what everyone is wearing now. And maybe I won't get mucked around so much.
Yes, well, I'm glad to hear you sounding so positive.
Well, you've got to be with these bureaucrats. I'm going there and I'm not leaving until I get what I want.
Well, I hope you're not too disappointed, Simon.
Why?
Well, they don't give out pom-pom girls till you graduate. So, how do you think Jenny's elections are going to go, Miss Kelly?
I don't know, Betty, but whichever way they go, she's going to be unbearable this weekend.
Oh, you're such a cynic. Weren't you ever elected anything at school?
No.
No.
Isn't that go in here?
What? Nothing at all?
Look, Betty, I don't want to talk about it.
Not even garbage monitor?
Betty.
Jeez, the other kids must have really hated you.
Oh, shut up.
I bet you were the last one picked for the football team too.
Betty.
I was bell monitor.
Oh, why me?
But somebody stole a bell.
Oh, right. So you're out of a job.
No, it just meant that every lunchtime I had to go and get Terry.
Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And he had the bill.
No, he had a ball.
What?
Oh, we used to spend hours chasing it, and sticks. He loved chasing them.
Terry was a dog.
He was the best dog in Walgett.
So how'd he ring the bell?
He didn't. His job was to go and get Marjorie and chase around the schoolyard.
Who was Marjorie?
Oh, she was my best friend. She used to wear this big bell around her neck.
Oh, I see. So Terry used to chase her and make the bell ring.
Yeah.
Marjorie was a cow, wasn't she, Betty?
Oh, Mr. Kelly, you went and guessed the end.
Oh, Jenny, is that you?
Yes, Dad.
So, how'd the elections go? Did you win?
No.
Oh, so your ex-best friend Kylie won.
No.
Well, who did?
Katie.
Katie, the killer hobbit.
Yeah. She was elected unopposed.
Oh, so she pushed Kylie out of the elections.
No, she pushed Kylie out of the bus.
I see. So that's when you decided to stop running.
No, that's when I decided I'd better start running. I spent the whole day hiding under the portables.
Why?
Well, I may be little, Dad, but I'm not stupid. I didn't want to be found head down the toilet with a shoe in my back.
Jenny, have you seen Simon anywhere?
No, Dad, he must still be asleep.
Typical. What?
It's all here in the paper, Dad, right next to his picture.
What picture? Oh, my God. Simon.
Yeah, it's him, all right. Hey, that's a great headlock the policewoman's got him in, isn't it?
What does it say, Dad?
Oh, it says Simon was one of the students arrested at a demonstration at the university last night.
Oh, wow, way to go, Simon.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's always said he wanted to throw himself into a student life.
Yes, but you don't do that by getting yourself thrown in jail. Oh, I'll have to call the police straight away.
Good morning. I'm Sergeant Maloney.
Run, Simon, run!
Oh, Jenny, will you leave him alone?
Are you Martin Kelly?
Don't answer him, Mr. Kelly.
Why not?
He'll try to trick you.
Dad, bring a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Mr. Kelly, it's all right. Help is here. I'm here.
This is your lawyer?
Are you kidding? I'm not mad.
Quiet!
Right. Officer, do your duty. Book them, Dano. Take them away. They're all yours.
I don't want him.
Well, so that's how it happened. You know, I was sitting in the admissions block when the students took over. It was a demonstration against fees.
But why didn't you leave straight away?
Well, Dad, it was the first time this week that anyone's actually made me feel welcome. I mean, I was standing there going, I'm not leaving until I get what I want. And they all gave me 3 cheers.
But what about the placard you were holding in the photograph?
It wasn't mine. A journalist gave it to me.
What did he do that for?
Well, he said he wanted to create a little atmosphere, and the next thing I know, someone grabs me around the neck, a flash goes off, and I'm thrown in the back of a paddy wagon with a whole group of people singing, "We Shall Overcome."
So, you're not going to press charges then, Sergeant?
No. We checked Simon's story with the university this morning. You're a very determined young man there, Mr. Kelly. Going through all that just to get enrolled.
Well, at least I am enrolled. I got all my forms in.
Well, thanks for bringing him home, Sergeant.
All part of the service. And it's interesting to see how the other half lives.
Oh, what other half is that?
Perhaps it's better if I don't say.
Yes, right. Okay, you're locked into the kitchen. I want a word with you. Go.
If that's all, Mr. Kelly.
Yes, thanks for all your help, Sergeant.
Yeah, thanks again.
Look, Simon, I still want to know why you didn't call me.
Dad, I didn't want to bother you.
Bother me?
Well, yeah, they said I could make a phone call, but by then it was the middle of the night, and, well, I didn't want to wake you up.
Oh, look, Simon, you should have called me. They treat you all right?
Well, it was a little rough, but I'm young. I'm resilient. I'll get over it.
Yes, well, if anything like this ever happens again, God forbid that it should ever happen again, call me.
Yes, Dad.
Right then.
Julie, did you forget something?
I just wanted to thank you for last night.
Well, it was a bit rough, but I'm young, I'm resilient.
It was wonderful.
Yeah? Of course it was. Yeah, well, what are you doing next Friday?
I'm off duty. I'll be at home, all alone.
Well, maybe I should come over and you can put me under house arrest.
Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Deborah. What are they?
Cocoa Pops.
Yes, I know they're Cocoa Pops. Where'd you get them from? I didn't buy them.
No, I did.
You did? When did? Why did?
The other day, because I like Cocoa Pops, and you never buy them. So I bought my own private supply.
Oh, where'd you get them?
Oh, the corner shop.
The robber's shop? Why'd you buy them there? They always charge full price. They were a red dot at the supermarket.
A red what?
A red dot special. I could have saved you 7 cents.
So?
So, you've just thrown away 7 cents.
Well, there you go. That's the devil-may-care Hollywood lifestyle I lead.
Morning, everyone, morning.
Morning.
Oh, great, Cocoa Pops.
They're mine.
What do you mean yours?
I bought them, I own them, I'll eat them.
Who are you, the little red hen?
I'm telling you, Simon, I've marked the level on the pack. I'll know if you've taken any. They're mine. I paid for them.
Yes, and she threw away 7 cents while she was doing it.
No.
Yes.
Shame, shame.
Look, 7 cents is 7 cents.
Well, I can't argue with that devastating logic.
Look at it this way. If you'd bought 100 packs, you would have saved... How much would you have saved?
$7.
There, $7. Is that all?
Yep.
Over 100 packs, that's all she would have saved? Oh, the hell with it.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, boy, Cocoa Pops! Hands off, they're mine, and I've marked the pack.
And she's counted each one of them.
Counted them, she's named them.
Hey, Dad, why don't you ever buy us Cocoa Pops?
I do. I buy them as a special treat during the school holidays.
But why not all the time? I like them all the time.
Jenny, I'm a parent, and I have responsibilities, and one of those is to buy you things you don't like.
Dad.
And anyway, I have another very good reason for not buying Cocoa Pops all the time.
He doesn't like Cocoa the monkey.
That's not it at all. That was silly.
Oh, come on, Dad. You know it's true.
Well, maybe a bit. I mean, he's so pushy, isn't he? Anyway, who wants a smart alecky monkey telling you what to eat?
Go off the edge.
And what about that stupid hat he's got? Where's the monkey get a hat? I bet he stole it.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Mr. Kelly. Oh, what's for breakfast?
Not Cocoa Pops.
Oh, they're my favourite. Oh, don't you love Coco the monkey? He's got a terrific hat. He's really funny.
He's not really funny. He's a smart aleck and he's a wimp. Now, Tony the Tiger. He was worth watching.
He was?
Oh, yeah, he was a man's man. He was a real dyed-in-the-wool breakfast hero.
Dad, who was Tony the Tiger?
Oh, he used to advertise sugar frosties.
Sugar whatsies?
Sugar frosties. They were cornflakes with sugar glued on them. He used to eat them all the time.
Oh, so what else did this Tony the Tiger do?
Oh, not much as I recall. He used to roar a lot.
Well, if he had glue, no wonder.
Well, I better get a move on. I've only got 13 minutes left.
Left for what?
Left to do some work. I get the bulk of my day's work done between 9 and 9:13.
What happens at 9:13?
Betty arrives and my day implodes. Morning, Betty.
Morning, Mr. Kelly.
Morning, Betty.
Morning, Simon.
You know, Dad, I've often thought that Betty was the walking proof of the existence of the black hole.
What? You mean in space?
No, between her ears.
Is that what you wanted? Yes, you're right. Betty takes reason, intelligence and logic and they go down that big plug hole in her head.
Right. See you, Betty.
Bye, Simon.
Right, now to work. Betty, it's you. You're here.
Well, of course I am, Mr. Kelly. I've been here ever since I arrived.
Yeah. Oh, my brain hurts. Oh. Betty, why are you here?
Oh, isn't it passionately obvious, Mr. Kelly? I am working.
But why now? Why are you on time? Don't you realise this is the only time of day I'll get any work done?
I am on time because you are looking at the new Betty.
The new Betty? What happened to the old Betty? She's not going to roll up at 9:13, is she?
No, the old Betty has gone poof. She has been cast aside, sloughed off.
Sloughed off?
Sloughed off.
How do you slough someone?
Oh, it's easy, Mr. Kelly. We used to do it to the pigs all the time in Walgett. What you do is you take this high-pressure hose and then you shove it up.
I don't want to know.
See, the old Betty was irrelevant to the high-pressure, racy business environment of today.
Gee, Betty, where'd you hear such complex words?
You mean like irrelevant and environment?
No, I was thinking more of today.
From my idol, of course.
Idol? Who idol?
Idol betrothed. I am modelling myself on her.
Why?
Well, if I'm going to be a fully-fledged partner in this business...
Betty, you are not a fully-fledged partner. You are not even a half-plucked one.
Mr. Kelly, I will treat that comment with the ignore it deserves. It would have upset the old Betty, but I don't care.
Just a minute. What is this old Betty, new Betty business?
The new Betty is a corporate juggernaut.
Good idea. Put on the juggernaut and we'll have a cup of coffee, Naut.
Scoff if you will, Mr. Kelly, but the new Betty strives for speed, efficiency and excellence above all.
It's amazing. You're typing. You're actually typing.
I type every day, Mr. Kelly.
But you've quadrupled your speed. How'd you do that?
Simple. I just train my brain to think faster.
Well, it worked. Toss it a piece of fish. Oh, and even more amazing still, you've trained your brain to type in Norwegian. Dead slubbert, Vordenheim der Jager Hudson Bund.
Yeah, well, I'll admit my accuracy needs a little improvement, but nobody's perfect.
Betty, what is the use of having flying fingers if you keep hitting all the wrong keys?
I'm hitting all the right keys. I'm just hitting them at the wrong time.
What happened today, Dad?
What happens every day? Betty arrived and drove me mad.
Thought you'd be used to her little ways by now.
Nobody could get used to her little ways. And besides, she's the new Betty and she's got big ways.
The new Betty, what does she do?
She types 4 times faster than the old Betty.
Well, that's good.
No, that's bad. It all comes out gibberish. I mean, she rattles on like a machine gun and all my letters say things like herbal schlubble umbagum. And then the old Betty has to retype them.
Well, how's that?
One word at a time, but they still turn out herbal schlubble umbagum. Oh, Jenny, have you done your homework?
Yes, Dad, I've started it.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to get a drink and then I'll get back to it.
Okay, then.
I didn't say a thing, did you?
Aha!
What's going on out there, Jen?
I knew you'd try this. I just knew it.
Deborah, what's going on?
Dad, this is my private pineapple juice, and I saw Jenny stealing it.
I was only taking a glass.
Just a minute, what's this private juice business? Have you been growing your own private pineapple cans and not telling me?
She's probably got a secret plantation in her room, Dad. You could search for a week and never find it.
Dad, this is my private pineapple juice. I bought it now. It's mine. I put my whole name on there and everything, and I caught Jenny stealing it.
Deborah, what is this My Cocoa Pops, My Juice business? Don't you think you're taking all of this a bit too far?
Dad, look, I just bought a few things that I like. I use my money for it. There's a minute I buy them, everyone wants to rip them off.
Well, I like pineapple juice too.
You do not. Dad, she only wants it because I've got it. She hasn't had pineapple juice since she was 4.
Well, I liked it then.
You threw up. I remember, because you did it all over my favourite white dress. Naomi, she hasn't even thought about pineapple juice for 7 years, and now all of a sudden she wants it.
Deborah, are you familiar with the concept of sharing things?
Oh, of course I am. I share things all the time.
You do not.
What things do you share?
Well, I share all the stuff that you buy.
Oh.
I don't mind sharing that.
That is not fair.
Dad, if she wants pineapple juice, she's just going to have to buy her own. She's got pots of money. She's richer than anybody in this house.
I have not got pots of money. It's all in the bank. Dad, make her give me some pineapple juice.
I can't make her do it, Jenny. Anyway, what Deborah is saying is fair. Might not win the Mother Teresa Prize for generosity, but it's fair. Don't touch the juice.
Yeah, and I'll know if you have because I've marked the level on the jug.
Oh, God, it's like living in a boarding house.
Hi, Mr. Kelly.
No, it's not. It's like living in a zoo.
What's for dinner, Mr. Kelly?
Dinner? We finished that hours ago.
Oh no, you mean I slept right through it?
Well, you must have. You weren't here. I wondered how come I got so much to eat.
Oh, I should have never taken that nap. I just lay down for a quick nap after dinner and...
Oh, hang on. You said you just missed dinner.
I missed second dinner. That's here. Oh. Yeah, I just lay down for a quick nap and I must have missed hearing the fridge door open.
Which fridge door?
That fridge door.
You mean you can hear it all the way from your place?
Yeah, can't everybody? Well, that's how I know when to come round for a meal. I always wondered why nobody else ever turns up.
Right, from now on, anyone who touches that fridge door during meal times is a dead man. Hello, Martin Kelly. Oh, hi, Max. What's the problem? Really? I didn't realise I'd done that. Yeah, OK. All right. Well, I'll call round first thing in the morning. OK. See you then. Bye.
No problem, Dad?
No, it's just a job I have to revise. I seem to have made a few mistakes.
Well, I'm off to the library. Coming, Nudge?
The library? What do you want to go there for?
Books.
Oh, well, I don't need to come. I've already got a book.
You have?
Yeah, it's great. I got it when I was 12.
What's it about?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Why not?
Well, if I read it and didn't like it, it'd spoil the surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh, Betty, stop.
What, Mr. Kelly?
Take yourself out of fast forward and put yourself back into your Australian crawl.
Look, Mr. Kelly, I'm typing, no eyes.
Try no hands.
Where have you been, Mr. Kelly? I mean, you've been ages.
Oh, I've been over at Gathercole in May all morning.
Oh, aren't they the architects who hired you as a consultant?
Yes, that's right, Betty, but I don't seem to be doing any good there. I just keep making mistakes all the time. I can't get anything right.
Oh, I thought Mr. May was a friend of yours.
Well, he is, but I'm not dealing with him anymore. They've got this new managing architect in there, and I seem to be having a communication problem with him.
Oh, is he Greek?
Yeah. No, of course he's not Greek.
Oh, then he's a Malteser.
Why would he be Maltese or Greek?
Oh, well, I'm always having trouble with the Greek and the Maltese around the fruit shop.
Why? Because they don't understand you.
No, they don't understand each other. Honestly, it's really hard, Mr. Kelly. I go in there and I say, apple, and then I hold up my fingers and say how many apples I
Oh,
want.
Betty, shut up.
Oh, somebody's primrose pate has turned to cowpats, hasn't it?
I beg your pardon?
That's country talk for you're not in a very good mood.
Yes, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry, Betty, but I'm just worried about this business with Gathercole and May.
Why? What's the matter, Mr. Kelly?
Well, this is the third brief I've taken from this bloke. I mean, 3 times I've handed in plans, and somehow I seem to have got half the specifications wrong, and then I've got to go and redo them all.
Oh, gee, that's not good, is it?
No, I've been over there all morning. It's just spent hours redoing everything. He's the original. You may as well file it under U for useless.
Oh, well, never mind. Remember what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
No, Betty, when they've got you on a monthly retainer, they don't say try again if at first you don't succeed. They say you're fired.
Oh, do we really need their work, Mr. Kelly? After all, it might be more trouble than it's worth.
No, Betty, I don't really need the work. Unless I want to keep you on as secretary.
In that case, try harder.
He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He did not. Did he?
Listen, I've got to go call you back. Hang on, you. What have you been up to?
I've just been out in the kitchen.
You've been stealing my juice again, haven't you?
Debbie, I have not.
You have, I can tell. You've got that guilty, thievy, sneaky look about you.
I always look this way.
That's what I mean. I still think you've been stealing. I can tell, you know, because
I know. You've got the level mark.
Yeah, well, you just come with me while I check.
Debbie, I have not been stealing your pineapple juice.
Well, maybe you are telling the truth. I'll let you go this time.
You're only doing this because I'm a kid. It's not fair.
No, what's not fair, Jenny?
Debbie keeps picking on me because she says I'm stealing her pineapple juice.
Well, are you?
Of course not. I'm not a pineapple rustler. Anyway, she's got the level marked.
Yeah, well, it's just as well. She's really fussy about her things, isn't she?
Yeah, don't let her catch you. I don't want her to be dead man.
Yeah.
He didn't. Oh, he didn't.
Didn't he?
He did not.
Well, that's a relief.
He didn't.
Who didn't?
That's fantastic. Look, I've got to go.
Debbie, who did and what didn't he do?
Nige, this is strictly confidential. I promise not to tell another living soul. You don't expect me to break your confidence, do you? Michelle, you'll never guess what Brian Jackson tried to do to Tiffany. Oh, is that you, Mr. Brown? Oh, she's not home. Well, can you get her to call me back when she gets in? Didn't I tell you who I was? Good.
I thought you weren't supposed to tell another living soul.
Well, not another living male soul.
Oh, I see. Is Simon around?
Yeah, he was here earlier. I think he went to the library.
Oh, again, he's always there these days. I don't know what's so good about books anyway.
Nige, if you don't like books, why are you carrying one under your arm?
Oh, this. Well, I thought I'd give it a try, but it's not too good.
Well, what's it about?
Oh, about half a kilogram.
No, I mean, what's it written about?
I don't know, I haven't got round to reading it yet. Yeah, I thought I'd carry it around for a while to get used to it.
Nige, when was the last time you read a book?
I don't know, it was a long time ago.
Well, what was it about?
Well, I remember that someone fell down and broke his crown and... I got really upset about that and I couldn't read it anymore.
Nige, you mean that since then, this is the only book you've read?
No, I've got another one at home. That makes two.
Great, you can use them as bookends.
Oh, damn.
What is it, Mr. Kelly?
Oh, I've just been checking my notes and I've made a mistake on my revised plan.
Oh, is it something important?
No, it's only a minor detail, but I don't want any more mistakes. Besides, the client is expecting both plans tomorrow afternoon.
I thought you only did one.
Well, I did one, and the new architect at Gathercoles did one as well. They're submitting both.
Oh, is his any good?
No, I haven't seen it. But I don't want any more of my plans to go to the client with mistakes on it.
Look, I'll tell you what, why don't I go over tomorrow and pick it up for you?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could do the changes and we could send it to the client from here. Good thinking, Betty.
Yeah, of course, it'd make it a lot easier if I had a company car.
Bad thinking, Betty.
Mr. Kelly! Mr. Kelly? Oh, I've got the plans you
Great,
wanted.
thanks, Betty. Now, I'll just revise those windows. Hang on, this is the wrong one. He's giving you the wrong one.
But yours?
Well, this is the original one that I did that had all the mistakes on it. Oh, look, honestly, Betty, can't I rely on you to do the simplest of tasks?
But Mr. Kelly,
I mean, what is the point of bringing this back? This is wrong. This is the wrong one. Look, try and think. I know it's going to be difficult for you, but try. What exactly did you do this morning?
Well, I didn't have muesli.
What?
Well, when I woke up and I went to the cupboard, there wasn't any muesli left.
Really?
Yeah.
How devastating for you.
Oh, no, but I didn't mind because I don't like muesli. I had Weet-Bix instead, and then...
Betty, I don't want to hear about your breakfast. I don't want to hear about your bus ride to work, and I don't want to hear about the brick wall that fell on your head when you were 3.
Do you know about that?
Just tell me what happened at Gathercoles.
Well, see, I went to see the new managing architect.
Max Hall.
Yeah, but he wasn't in, so his secretary said that the plan was in on his desk and for me to just go in and get it. So when I went in there, this is the only one I could find. Oh, look. See? It was underneath this one.
Oh, so it is.
Yes, honestly, Mr. Kelly, some people could not find their head if it was right under their noses, could you?
But I I still don't understand how this plan got back into Max Hall's office. I mean, this is the one I brought back yesterday.
Yeah, and I folded under you for uses.
Yeah, so how did it get back there?
Come on, Jenny, just admit it. I know you're up to something. If I catch you out, you're in big trouble.
You're picking on me, Deb, and I'm going to tell Dad. Dad!
Just a minute, what's going on here? Jenny, why aren't you at school?
There's a staff meeting, Dad. The teachers want less face-to-face teaching.
Well, they can teach you with their backs turned. Now, how about less face-to-face shouting?
But Debbie keeps picking on me, Dad. Make her stop.
Dad, she's up to something. I know she is. Just look at her face. See? That proves it. That's the same innocent face I put on when I'm being sneaky. Well, not always.
Jenny, did you take any of Debbie's juice?
No, Dad, I promise.
Just a minute, let me see your hands. No fingers crossed? Well, I think she's innocent, Deb. Did you check the mark on the jug?
Yes, and the secret one I put on the pickle jar next to it. Dad, I know it doesn't look like she's stealing something, but I know she's up to something.
Well, no jury would convict her. Now, try and keep it down, you two.
Mr. Kelly, I've solved the problem.
Oh, have you? This should be good.
Yeah, this isn't your plan.
Oh, of course it is. I know my own plan.
Then why does it have Mr. Hall's name on the bottom? See, look. Architect M. Hall Biscotch.
No, that's BSc architecture. Just a minute. Just a minute. I think I see what's going on here. The dirty...
What is it, Mr. Kelly?
I do a plan, and he says that it's wrong, so he gets me to change it, right? Then he submits my first plan under his own name.
But what about the second one you do?
Well, that's wrong. Don't you see? He demands a whole lot of changes that the client doesn't want, and then he gets all the credit for my first plan. I could kill him. I could strangle him.
I've got a better idea.
What?
Well, both these plans have to be into the client today, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's put your name back on the right one and put his on the wrong one.
Oh, Betty, that... Did you really say that?
Sort of.
It's brilliant! It's brilliant! Betty, I'm going to shout you to a slap-up lunch at Dimitri's. What do you say to that?
So, what happened to this character who's pinching your plans?
Well, Betty's idea worked. He was hugely embarrassed, and a couple of days later I saw his boss.
What happened then?
He was hugely unemployed. Oh, damn, we're out of orange juice. Deb, can I borrow a glass of your pineapple juice?
Oh, Dad, that's my private juice, and I paid money for it and everything.
Deborah, I said borrow. I'll pay you back. I'll give you interest. I'll give you a receipt, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, you better mark the new level.
Oh, don't bother, Dad. Just top it up with water. That's what I've been doing all week.
So it was you. I knew someone was stealing my juice. It was you, Dad.
Oh, get off it, Deb. You deserved it.
Yes, he's right, Deborah. And you owe Jennifer an apology. You've been accusing her of being sneaky all week.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Jen.
Sorry, that's it. Sorry. You've ruined my reputation. You've maligned me. You've called me a thief. And you think, sorry?
Well, I thought you were up to something. Hey, how about you have some of my Cocoa Pops to make up?
Ah, no, I've got to be going.
Hang on, Jen. You love Cocoa Pops.
Dad, what do you think I've been stealing all week? I'm out of here.
You can run, Jenny, but you can't hide.
Is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.
I got everyone? Yeah, that's right. Simon, Debbie, Jenny.
What is it, Dad?
Come out here, I want to show you something really terrific.
What is it?
Well, it's something really fantastic. Come and have a look straight away.
Don't you hate it when he's like this?
Let's just get it over and done with. Okay, Dad, what is it?
Well, where's Jenny?
She's out in the front playing.
Well, I can't start till you're all here. Jenny!
Dad, why can't you just tell us what it is and we'll tell Jenny, promise?
Not good enough. Jenny!
We'll even pretend to be excited when we tell her. Really, Dad?
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It must have been somebody that looked like me. Whatever it is I'm in trouble for, I didn't do it.
No, you're not in trouble. I just want you all to come in here.
What's going on?
It's Dad's show and tell time.
Well, everyone, what is different about this kitchen?
Doesn't have a dishwasher.
Are you serious?
Well, everyone else's kitchen's got a dishwasher.
Well, I don't care. I'm not talking about everyone else's kitchen. I'm talking about this kitchen. Now, can you see anything different?
Now that you mention it, no.
Freeze! Come back here.
Well, I'm glad we shared that little moment together, aren't you?
It's the sort of thing families ought to do more often. Dad, it'd be a lot simpler if you just told us. What is different?
Oh, all right. Lemons!
Lemons.
Lemons!
Lemons!
Do you want me to say it too?
What about lemons?
Well, these two lemons, these two magnificent specimens, which I grew on my tree in the backyard.
Well, the lemon tree you bought last year?
Yes, it's finally had lemons.
Does this make you a grandfather?
No, it just means that we're now self-sufficient in lemons. Don't you realise that?
Oh, I don't know about you, but that's taken a load off my mind.
I agree.
What's so special about having lemons?
Well, Jen, when the Great World Lemon Famine comes, we'll be all right.
Is it going to be a great world lemon famine?
No, of course not.
Well, I don't know, Dad. I mean, can we afford to take the chance? Maybe we ought to go out and buy guns.
Guns? What for guns?
Well, when the word gets out that we're the only ones with lemons, there'll be riots out there.
Yeah, Dad, that old paneling fence won't stop a lemon-crazed mob.
Don't be so silly. Anyway, they probably wouldn't get past old Mrs. Cranny's place.
Are you kidding? She'd be leading them. She lives on lemons. That's all she eats.
All right, scoff if you will. But you will all scoff out the other side of your faces when I make lemon meringue pie.
Oh, boy, are you really going to make that, Dad?
Oh, Dad, I've always said you're a great little lemon grower.
Changed our tune, have we?
Dad, it says here that you need the juice of 3 lemons.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I bought another one. It's all right. It's all right.
Why didn't you just pick 3 lemons off the tree?
Well, because.
Because what?
Because it only grew 2 lemons. But all the books say that next year I'll have a bumper crop.
Well, better luck next year, Dad.
Don't touch that fridge.
What's wrong with it?
Well, you know that out there somewhere Nudge is circling and he can hear a fridge door open up to a quarter of a mile away.
Oh, Dad, don't be ridiculous.
No, sharks can hear a wounded fish for miles. Nudge can hear a wounded fridge.
Oh, come on, Daddy. Nudge can't hear as good as that. See?
Yes, well, you mark my words. Nudge will arrive before you can say...
Bye, everyone. What's for dinner?
He did. He arrived before I could say it. Oh, Simon, what are you doing?
Just doing the vacuuming, Dad.
Oh, all right. What did you spill?
Oh, I didn't spill anything. That's charming, isn't it? I do something helpful for a change and I get accused of spilling things.
That wasn't very nice, Dad.
No, well, I suppose not.
It was understandable, mind you, but it wasn't very nice.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry, Simon, but it came as an absolute shock to see you doing something for a change. You sure you didn't spill something?
Dad?
No, sorry, strike that. I didn't say that. I am delighted to see you vacuuming the living room.
Thank you.
It's just such a boring, time-consuming job. It's not the sort of thing I thought you'd do.
Now you put it that way, you're right.
Oi, is that it? You're going to leave it half done?
Well, you're right, it's a boring job. But look on the bright side, Dad, half a vacuum floor is better than none.
Well, if you're not going to do the vacuuming, you can go and unload the car.
You know, what's he been buying now?
Plants. We've been to the nursery again.
Dad, we don't need any more plants. I mean, what's wrong with all these plants? Well, where are all these plants?
They've gone.
Dad, plants don't just go. They have to be taken. Now, what have you done with them?
Well, I gave them their freedom. It was time for them to make their own way in the world.
Dad, though, domesticated plants, they'll never stand a chance out there.
Rubbish.
No, it's not rubbish. He's right, Dad. It's a jungle out there.
Well, where the hell do you think plants come from? They'll love it.
They died, didn't they?
No, they didn't.
Plant Fairy came and took them to plant heaven, didn't he?
He did not. It's just...
Except for the one with the thorns. That one's gone to plant purgatory.
All right, you're right. They died, and I'm glad they died. They were no good anyway. They were factory seconds.
Old Black Thumb strikes again, huh?
Dad, you shouldn't have killed them.
I didn't kill them. They had a suicide pact.
A suicide pact?
Yeah, they all hurled leaves and went 1, 2, 3, die.
I don't think you quite understand the concept of gardening.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you don't go out every 6 weeks or so, buy a new batch of plants and then watch them die.
Yeah, it can be very expensive that way, Dad.
Like those lemons last night.
Let's forget about the lemon, shall we?
But Dad, that lemon tree costs $15. That gives each of those lemons a unit price of $7.50. Now that is not good buying.
You shouldn't be an engineer, you should be a quantity surveyor.
What do they do?
They drive architects mad with nitpicky statements like that. Now will you both go and unload the car and leave me alone?
You're sulking.
I shouldn't have mentioned Black Thumb. He always gets that way when I call him Black Thumb.
Yeah, well, some things just have to be said.
Go and unload the car!
Oh, we should leave him to die in peace.
Oh, Jenny, what are you doing?
Reading, Dad.
Reading, good, good. Glad to hear it. What are you reading?
Comics.
Comics? Comics? That's not reading. They'll turn your mind to mud pies.
No, they're good, Dad. They're really scientific.
Scientific? You gotta be joking.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, oh, Jenny. Oh, what's happening?
Jennifer is ruining her brain by reading trashy comics.
Oh, that's terrible. Couldn't you get any good ones?
Oh, give up.
These are good ones. I've got Batman, Spider-Man, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, they are good ones, Mr. Kelly. I mean, I thought you meant those trashy ones, romance ones, you know, the ones, hold me in the fortress of your arms and kiss me, Derek.
Keep your distance, Derek. Now look, Jenny, these are ridiculous.
What's wrong with them?
Oh, well, for a start, you've got grown men running around dressed as bats and spiders. And then you've got some mute, injured turtle.
Dad, they're mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, well, whatever. I mean, in my day, we had really sensible comics.
Yeah, like what?
Well, like Walt Disney ones. They were good.
You call them sensible? They're about a duck who drives a car and doesn't wear any pants.
Well, there was more to it than that.
And why does the mouse get the pants? Does he beat the duck to the closet every morning?
Yeah, well, first up, best dressed.
Oh, look, you're just picking on isolated incidences. Now, come on, Jenny, clear this rubbish away.
They're not rubbish, Dad. They're really valuable.
Oh, don't you give me that.
It's true. There's a man in Canada who's offered $5,000 for the original Batman issue #1.
Really? Have you got that one here?
No.
All right, then, clear this rubbish away.
You'll be sorry when I sell these for a fortune.
Marge.
Hi, Simon. Hi, Debbie.
Here, Dad, you know, I don't know why you put it in the back seat of the car. I mean, couldn't you put it in the boot?
No, I can't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to close the boot lid.
Well, you could always drive with it open.
I tried that once, but I accelerated away from the lights, the boot lid shut, and it decapitated $70 worth of Ficus benjamina.
Well, we should work out something else. I hate coming back from the nursery with you.
Well, what does he do?
Well, he makes me sit in the back with them so they don't fall over.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, I spend all my time peering out through the leaves. I mean, I feel like the last Japanese soldier in the Philippines.
Oh, ridiculous.
It's true, Dad. People keep tapping on the window and saying, you can come out now, the war's over.
Well, you better get used to it. You'll be back there in a couple of weeks.
Why so? How so?
Oh, another mass migration to plant heaven.
These plants will not die.
Come on, Dad. There's not a plant alive who can survive old Black Thumb.
Don't you call me that. I can keep these plants alive.
Dad, I bet you couldn't even keep one of those plants alive.
I can. I'll bet you I can keep this plant alive. Oh, all right, Mr. Smarty Pants, you've got so much to say. I'll bet you $20 I can keep this plant alive.
Dad, I don't have $20 on me.
Okay, I'll give you $20 to bet me with.
What?
But you have to bet it with me, and you will laugh on the other side of your face when I win it back from you.
Dad, have you been eating a lot of food with preservatives in it?
Well, is it a bet?
If you say so.
Simon, have I got this right? He's just made a $20 bet with you where he stands to win nothing and lose $40.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, do you want to make a bet with me? I haven't got any money either.
Mr. Kelly, how can a girl concentrate?
I'm not sure, Betty, but in your case, the question doesn't apply.
Honestly, I mean, you have been fussing and fiddling over that plant, that silly plant, all morning.
I have not been fussing and fiddling. I've just been taking its temperature every 5 minutes.
Well, that's just what I mean. How much actual work have you done so far this morning?
Betty, it is not up to you to ask me how much work I've done, remember? I'm the boss here, the head honcho, the big charang, the numero uno architectoro.
Well, you are not setting a very good example. And what's What's so special about that plant anyway?
Well, I'm just trying to keep it alive, that's all. You don't object to that, do you? You, a daughter of the soil?
Well, all I know is that plants have been staying alive now for thousands of years without people fussing over them and taking their temperature and giving them little drinkies.
Yes, well, it's the only way I know to make sure it doesn't succumb to the curse of old Black Thumb.
Oh, you should use what we used to use in the country.
Really? What'd you use?
Cow poo.
Gee, Betty, I think we're a bit fresh out of cow poo around here.
I could ring Stan and he could mail us some.
I don't think so.
No, honestly, Mr. Kelly, it's just a job. Oh, that didn't sound too good, did it? But really, it's fabulous for the garden. We tried roo poo, but that wasn't nearly as good.
Roo poo?
Kangaroo poo.
What'd you grow with that?
Jumping beans? I got you there, didn't I? And anyway, kangaroo poo's too hard to collect.
Really?
Yeah, oh, Stan used to spend hours chasing them uphill and down dale with a long-handled shovel.
Betty, you're not telling me the truth again, are you?
No, not about that. But it's true about the cow manure. Stan grew the best strawberries in Walgett, and he always put cow manure on them.
Why didn't he put cream on them like everyone else?
Oh, hi, Mr. Kelly. Is Simon around?
No, he hasn't got home yet.
Hi, isn't she great? Yeah, she's a beauty.
She? What do you mean she? Who's she?
The plant, it's a female.
Really? How can you tell?
I don't know. It's just a gift. Some people can tell with chickens. I can tell with plants. Why are you just sitting here looking at her?
Because I don't think she's looking too well.
You tried talking to her?
Don't do it. That'd be silly. It's a plant. I don't talk to plants.
Why not?
Well, to begin with, we don't have anything in common. I mean, she doesn't go to the theatre or the art gallery or anything, does she?
Do you?
Well, no, not very often.
Well, there you go. You could talk about that. You could take her out sometime.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. It's a well-known fact that plants can feel rejected. It's probably why she's not looking too well.
Really?
Yeah, I talk to the ornamental plants at the golf course all the time. I love it.
Yeah, but that's because you and an ornamental plant are on an equal intellectual footing.
Nevertheless, I bet if you talk to her, she'd perk up in no time.
Do you think she'd prefer it if I threw cow manure all over her?
Well, would you?
Well, what have I got to lose? Well, plant, what have you been up to today?
Shh, not now.
Not now? Why not now?
She's asleep.
How can you tell?
Ah, there she goes. She's waking up now.
Can I talk to her now?
Well, when they wake up, the best thing you can do is take them outside immediately.
Right. You mean she has to go potty?
See, she has to feel at one with her heritage. Her instinct tells her that she's a part of nature's great world, and she has to experience that.
Oh, stop it, Nudge. I'm going to cry.
No. She has to feel the wind on her leaves and see the great trees that are her ancestors.
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. Oh, look, Nudge. I think she's smiling at me.
No, it's just wind.
Listen, are you sure this is necessary?
No, let her feel a part of the great outdoors.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
You'll see. It'll make a big difference.
Well, off you go. Enjoy yourself. Just scratch on the door when you want to come back in. Feeling better? Born free!
Oh, hi, Mr. Kelly. How's she going?
Shh. She's had a busy day and now she's asleep.
No, she's awake now.
Oh, damn. I thought I was learning to tell. Jenny, are you still ruining your brain with these comics?
Yes, Dad.
I am too, Mr. Kelly.
Nudge, in your case, it doesn't matter. Now, come on, Jenny, clear these away. They're all mindless rubbish, you know. Hang on, where's Ninja Turtles #3?
I swapped it with Justin Cameron.
You swapped it? Who said you could do that? I hadn't finished.
You hadn't what, Mr. Kelly?
Nothing.
They escaped in the end, Dad.
Well, that's a relief. Okay, let's see some of this rubbish you're reading. Give me a Batman and Robin.
You know, in Batman, there's no Robin.
No, Robin, why not?
He was killed.
What? Killed? Who killed Robin?
Oh, I said the sparrow.
Oh, shut up, Nudge.
With my bow and arrow.
Oh, get out of this.
Oh, it's just a joke.
Nudge, while you're here, go home.
Fair enough.
Get off me. Now, what's this about Robin dying? People don't die in comics. Well, not superheroes, anyway.
They asked us to vote.
Asked who to vote? They didn't ask me to vote.
They asked all the readers to vote.
Yeah, some people thought Robin was getting a little bit too big for his boots.
Well, was that any reason to kill him? I mean, couldn't you have asked him to rough him up a little?
That wasn't the choice, Dad. Live or die. That was it.
Well, that's charming, isn't it? Little children voting to kill people. And superheroes at that. Oh, we didn't do that kind of thing in my day. Oh, I'll tell you what, I didn't like Goofy and all that gosh, Mickey stuff, but I never demanded that he should go to the vet and be given the Sandman stab.
Mr. Kelly, it's only a comic. It's not real life.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, it's not a documentary like The Phantom.
Go home.
Hey, Dad, your plant's not looking too good.
Yeah, have you been speaking to her lately?
Yes, I have. I've spoken to her, I've sung to her, I've taken her for a walk.
Old Black Thumb strikes again.
You stop that. Yes, none of that singing and talking and walking has done any good.
Well, you see, Mr. Kelly, you've got to believe in it. Plants can tell when you're being insincere. Oh, well, I better be going. Can you tell Simon I'll see him later on at the Pizza Hut?
Yeah, I'll tell her.
And remember, Mr. Kelly, be sincere. If you believe, she'll believe.
Talking to plants. What absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Just old-fashioned superstition. What this plant needs is some scientific medical attention.
Yeah.
Now, what does the doctor say to me when I'm crook?
That'll be $50, please.
No, before that. He says, take some aspirin and call me in the morning. So, that's what this plant is going to get.
That what?
Yeah, because it'll work. People are giving plants aspirin all the time. Perks them up no end. Now, here we go, my dear. We'll have you much better in no time. Okay. Now, Dr. Martin has just the thing to pick you right up and cure you of all those plant aches and pains. Oh, that'll do. Okay, open wide.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, hello, Dad. What's doing? Let's meet you down at the Pizza Hut.
Fine.
Well, don't you think you should get going? I mean, you don't want to keep him waiting, you know how he worries.
There's no rush. So what have you been up to?
Me? Oh, nothing. Just sort of hanging around the old kitchen, not doing anything. Nothing at all.
Dad, is there something the matter?
No, nothing. No, I'm not doing anything.
What's the plant doing here?
What are you hiding behind your back?
Hey? Oh, this? Oh, it's just a glass of water. I remember now. Yes, I was going to give the plant a little drink. I can do that. Gardeners are giving little plants little drinks all the time. Don Burke's backyard is full of little plants having little drinks.
Dad, what's this white stuff floating around the glass?
Oh, will you look at that? Why do I bother to pay the water rates? I mean, I can't even get a clean glass of water. I wonder what that stuff is.
It's aspirin.
I'll get you for that.
Not you. Have you no shame?
Well, I wasn't doing anything. I mean, I just...
Giving the plant drugs.
Look, it was just aspirin, that's all.
Artificial stimulants.
Next it'll be anabolic steroids.
I'm not giving anybody any anabolic asteroids.
Remember what happened to Ben Johnson, Dad?
You could be disbarred from the Olympics for this, giving drugs to an innocent little plant.
Oh, look, it was just aspirin.
Well, that's the way they all start. Aspirin today, and before long you'll have it mainlining on paracetamol.
Then it's a downhill slide. The plant starts stealing to support its habit.
And the next thing is out roaming the streets, living in a cold, dirty squat somewhere.
Shunned by all the straight plants.
Friendless, begging bowls of hot soup from the Salvation Army.
Oh, come on. Next thing you want to film its life story.
Hey, not a bad idea. I see Meryl Streep is the plant, don't you?
No, I think the role should go to an Australian actress.
What should we call the film?
Roots.
Simon, could I have my plant back, please?
No, Dad, you can't use artificial stimulants to keep a plant healthy. It's not in the spirit of the bit.
He's right, Dad.
In fact, now that you've shown you can't be trusted, I'm keeping the plant with me.
You? I don't trust you. You'll probably kill it. Don't you dad me. I know there's nothing you wouldn't stoop to for $20.
Oh, cut it out, you two.
Look, Deborah, bring the plant back here.
No, Dad, I'm going to place it right down here. Both of you keep your hands off it, all right?
Well, I will if he will.
And I will if he will.
Oh, for goodness sake, we're all family here. If we can't trust each other, who can we trust?
She's right, Dad. We should learn to trust each other.
Yes, I agree. I trust you, Simon, and I'm sorry I said that you'd kill the plant.
Oh, I'm sorry too. I trust you too.
Good. Now, you going down the Pizza Hut?
No way. Where are you going, Dad?
Oh, Simon, you scared the living daylights out of me. What do you think you're doing?
Well, where are you going?
I'm going to put the milk bottles out.
Dad, we get our milk in milk cartons, remember?
All right, well, I'm going to put the milk cartons out then.
You were going to give that plant drugs, weren't you?
I was not. I was just going to check to see that you hadn't killed it while I was asleep.
No, as if I would. Now, you stay away from that plant.
You're terribly anxious to keep me away from it all of a sudden. What have you done?
I'm warning you, don't touch that plant.
Yes, well, we'll just have a look and see what... It's gone!
Gone? Gone where? All right, where is it?
I didn't take it.
Well, I certainly didn't.
I did. I don't trust either of you, so I put it in the office. Now, will you stop all this noise and go back to bed?
Well, I will if he will.
I will if he will.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, look, can we just have a look at the plant just once before we go back to bed?
Yeah, just to make sure it's all right.
Okay, come with me. See, it's perfectly all right.
Oh, it seems to look better, Dad.
Does it? Let me see.
Oh, would you look at that? It's got a flower.
Oh, it has too. Isn't it beautiful? Dad, it looks like you've finally beaten the curse of the old black thumb.
Yes, well, that explains why it was looking so off colour, doesn't it?
It does?
Yes, of course it does. It was pregnant.
Is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.